welcome back to another episode of You Reaching or Teaching. I'm your host, Derek.
And I'm your boy, Aaron.
And before we get this thing started, happy New Year. Hope everybody had a good holiday. How was yours?
It was good. I don't really celebrate New Year's. So, I know y'all plans. I was waiting for that. I was like, oh, cool, something, but it didn't.
But, hey, blame your boy.
Yeah, I will. I will.
Blame your boy.
But I just was chilling, mostly catching up on some reading, watching some shows. That's what I did.
Yeah, same, pretty much. I think overall the holiday was good. Of course, I wasn't off all of the holidays, so still worked for the most part. Got some rest in, seen family, and we had 2 holiday tournaments during the breaks too. So that was my holidays, but it was good overall. Got a chance to catch up on some rest and everything like that. So it is a new year. What is for you, like what is some things you looking forward to for New Year's for yourself?
Personally, just a lot of stuff coming out. Like, I'm a big media person, so movies, TV shows, things like that. I'm excited about because it's a packed year of things. So that's me personally. But
that's what's up.
It's just a nice break from life. Yeah. Those things, just to go to the movies, see a movie you've been waiting to see, things like that.
Yeah, sometimes you got to do things for yourself, even if it is like by yourself. Like sometimes you need that break from reality, from your duties in life, and just get away, take a break. I need a lot of breaks right now. I need a lot of breaks. But I think for me, 2024, it probably be more of I ain't gonna say relaxing because I do plan on picking up another like a part-time after basketball season is over. Gotcha. But just more selfish, trying to just focus on myself, get some things in order.
Yeah.
So 2025 can be a great year. So I got, I'm trying to plan some things out, get some things in order. So looking forward to it. So
good. I know when I was talking to my therapist, she said that sometimes she talks to her clients and asks like, what is your theme for today or this month or this year going to be? And I say, mine is going to be fairness. Like fairness, like for myself, as well as like for some other people. Because, I know we're here to talk about sports, but sometimes I think that me included, sometimes we forget that everyone in our lives got things going on. So one of those things where it's like, okay, you may have told me one part. It's like what's the joint? Like an iceberg. Yeah. We only see this. We don't see all of that. Yeah. So just being fair.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, yeah, I definitely got to be more fair to myself. I'm the type of person, I'm hard on myself.
Yeah.
I feel like I should be doing this. I should be at this level or whatever. But just we'll get into it. But kind of like how Clay was talking a little bit. But yeah, we'll definitely get into that. I did want to talk. Ask you a question because I want to give a shout out to all the basketball coaches out there, even the ones that's doing multiple teams. Man, it's been a season. I think it's been a learning season for me, definitely. Just with all the challenges and everything that's going on, and just trying to connect with both teams and everything like that. When you was coaching, what is like that one main thing you learned from coaching?
I think the main thing I learned from coaching is that everybody has a different agenda, from the players to other coaches to parents. And it's how do you navigate a team to win when everybody else wants something different? I think that's the biggest thing because it's like one kid just want to shoot all day. One kid just wants to play defense and rebound, don't even want to touch the ball. Then you got the parents who want their kids to be Kobe. Then you got the parents who just out there just want their kid to have fun.
Yeah.
So it's balancing all of that to still have a successful team. That's the biggest thing I've learned from coaching.
Cool. Yeah, I can second that. Honestly, I agree with all of that, and just always when working, especially like just where I work at now, just being a student and then being on the other side helping the students, you get an understanding of both perspectives. And so it's like being a player and now being a coach, you understand both sides of things. But I think one thing I would say is like parents just know, just know all the critiques and everything that you have. We don't listen to most of them because some of it is just you wanting the best for your child.
Yep.
Not necessarily the team. You just wanting the best for your child. But understand a lot of things that you do say that coaches should be doing. 99.9% we are doing. We are trying to teach the kids and everything like that. But at the end of the day, it's up to the players to execute on the floor, execute in life. You know, we can't make them. We can't make anybody do anything.
Yep.
But you just have to realize that we do try to coach and teach the players everything that we've learned in life. You know, we're not just necessarily trying to guide them on the court, but guide them in life as well. Because a lot of players need it, even at the youngest ages.
Yep.
So just understand coaches are doing their best. I'm not saying all coaches, because we know some coaches that just don't really care.
Yep.
They're just out there for a check probably, but
that's one coach who okay, I do this on my show.
Go.
I name drop. I don't know.
Go.
Who used to coach basketball, Prince Edward? He was not a good coach. I don't know if you played for him, but it's crazy because it's my uncle's best friend's father. But I thought he was a terrible coach. This dude, it's like he picked talent, but he could never coach the talent, in my opinion. He didn't know how to discipline. He was too busy trying to be cool with everybody.
That's true.
That's my thing too. But
I was under him from middle school. He was a middle school coach, but it's just some coaches. Yeah, it's rather, I don't know, but just know us as coaches, Prince Edward specifically, that's what I'm talking about. Just know we're doing our best with the kids. They have a lot of respect for us. We're currently in a rebuilding process, and it's honestly it's looking good. Just I know a lot of y'all want to see us fail. I know the word's already been around, but keep that energy once we turn this thing around.
Can I be real transparent for a second? I think that some people think that y'all trying to outdo Coach Scott. I really do. Like, I think some people think that y'all trying to like be better than what he built for his years of coaching.
But you should have though.
But you should want that.
You should want that.
He was successful.
He was very successful. So
you don't want more success?
Yeah. Why not chase greatness?
Exactly.
Why not chase greatness? And Coach Scott, Coach Evans, they are still good mentors of ours. Even though we got the position for varsity, we still take a lot of advice from Coach Evans. He's still on that sideline with us. So it's not like we don't listen to the ones that's coach us. We still get advice from them.
Yep.
Every week and everything like that. So, but yeah, you should want to chase greatness. You should want to be better than the next person. Especially at the period that we've been in. I know for the group that we have, man, we just passionate people. We love what we do. We love the players. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And that's just us. A lot of people don't understand it, but it's not meant for y'all to understand. As long as the players know what we trying to do, is us as one family, us sticking together. We're gonna turn this thing around, and we're gonna get everything. We're gonna get Prince Edward back to where it's supposed to be.
And parents also, even parents is watching this, make sure that they're doing just as good in that classroom as they're doing on that court, field, whatever. Don't matter. Because that sport ain't gonna be the benefit of some people's lives in the long term. Just keeping it real. It's like a 1 in a million chance to make it to a pro sport. So
not even just pro, is
College.
I'm about to say just like a D1 school. Even I don't even care about just being a D1 school.
Mm-hmm.
Just go to college.
Yeah.
Whether it's D1, D2, or D3.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some people started at a community college.
Yep.
And they was able to transfer to a college or university, and play big minutes at the institution. So
Mm-hmm.
it don't necessarily matter about your athletic ability, as long as you got those, if you're a scholar in the classroom, you got good grades and everything like that. That's gonna take you farther. Like Aaron said, they're gonna take you farther in life than the athletic ability, because as we know, that has a ceiling on it.
Yep.
Your athletic abilities have a ceiling on it. So you gotta have a plan outside of sports. So
yeah, and don't use the exceptions for the rule, like LeBron, Jordan, Magic Johnson, like those guys who.
And those not even really exceptions. I mean, 39 is old in sports.
Yep.
But in life, that's not really.
No, LeBron not old.
Yeah. In sports, it may be old to y'all, but it's still young technically. So
yep.
And once he get to LeBron, probably play for another. I got 3 or 4 years.
I say 3.
Yeah, 3 or 4 years left. So once it's still a ceiling.
Yeah, it's still a ceiling. He's going to retire.
Yeah, it's still a ceiling. So he ain't gonna play forever. So you gotta have a plan outside of that. And you can use Bron as a good role model when you talk about like just the business outside of sports. He's set up for life.
Yeah.
At this point. So
yeah,
just look at that blueprint. Look at the other blueprints, and use that to your advantage as well. So. But yeah, we're gonna get this show started. We're gonna start off with the results from the last show.
All right.
So the games was from December 25th through the 30th. I was 9-5. Aaron was 10-4.
Let's go. Yeah, let's go.
So for the Christmas games, Knicks defeated the Bucks. Nuggets defeated Warriors. Celtics defeated Lakers. Heat defeated 76ers, and Mavericks defeated the Suns. And then for the rest of the week, Pacers defeated Rockets, Clippers defeated Hornets, Raptors defeated Wizards, Lakers defeated the Hornets, Celtics defeated Pistons, Heat defeated Warriors, Bucks defeated Cavaliers, Clippers defeated Grizzlies, and the Timberwolves defeated Lakers. So for this,
I had Timberwolves winning that game too. Yep.
Yep.
I remember too. I said that could be one of them games we mess around and lose.
Yeah. Yep. So for this week coming up, today, the 7th, we have Clippers and Lakers.
I'm gonna give it to the Clippers. I'm gonna give it to the Clippers. Unfortunately, Lakers prove me wrong.
And I think that's a reality Lakers fans gotta accept. Like, even though Lakers will always be the LA team, will always be the best franchise, we can't cap and say the Clippers haven't been the best LA team for like the last probably like 4 or 5 years now, honestly, ever since Kawhi got over there.
Yeah.
So honestly, probably before that. I'm not gonna even lie to you.
Oh,
with the Live City, people,
they were more entertaining.
They was more entertaining. But but I'm gonna go Clippers too. And then January 8th, we got Suns versus the Clippers.
Ooh, yeah, I'm still going to Clippers on that one. Look, Phoenix, they need to get their stuff together too. Like,
yeah, they got a lot.
But they're also going through a rebuild, technically. So
I'm gonna go Clippers as well. And Tuesday, January 9th, we have Grizzlies versus the Mavericks.
Give me Dallas.
Okay.
Give me Dallas. It's gonna be a good game.
I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna go Ja.
Okay.
Let's go Grizz. They beat us the other day. Fuckers.
Man,
what they be doing,
that coach
man?
is hot too. on that one play with LeBron and Triple J, the Grizzlies
Oh,
had
talking about the three?
yeah.
That play?
No. When
Which
they was on
one?
the ground.
Oh,
guard.
yeah, got you.
Man, boiling, steaming mad.
Had to hold my man's back. What he was gonna do? He ain't gonna do nothing.
I wanted to see. Like, no, let him go.
Let him go. And Cat Williams, ain't it? Cat Williams. Shout out to Cat, man.
Yeah, for a shout out
to
Cat Williams. I would punch said in his stomach.
Yo, Cat's stupid, yo. That's man. If y'all haven't watched that interview, man, go watch it, man.
Best interview of the year.
Like, it's funny, and it's not. I hate when people be like, "Oh, there go another black man tearing another man." Forget all that.
No, the truth is the truth. The
truth is the truth. And a lot of stuff that he was saying has already been mentioned before, anyways. If you paid attention,
yep.
It was a lot of. Honestly, it was funny.
Yeah, it had.
But it some gems in the interview as well too. So shout out to Shannon Sharp. He got two great podcasts or shows out right now. So the Nightcap as well as Club Shay Shay. So he doing some good stuff.
I still can't forgive him about that one when Dion was on there talking about the lady when she farted. I ain't gonna let that slide. I'm a prime on that one.
Yeah, he was doing it. That was the.
You should get that one in the vault.
Yeah. Hey, it's Nightcap though, man. Right. Hey, don't tell it. He got that lick over there, man. So
he was too comfortable.
Man. I'm gonna have to purchase. I'm gonna have to see what y'all talking about over there, man.
Man, look, if I was proud, I'd be like, yeah, we got practice in the morning, fellas. Night.
Oh yeah, it's time to go.
It's time to go. Damn, Shador calling me.
That's stupid. Yeah, y'all, the boys stupid. The next game, the 9th, Raptors Lakers.
I think that we can win that one. The Raptors been looking better. I think that was one of those trades where it worked out for both, just like the Kings and the Pacers trade.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of those trades where it's like we can say that one is doing better, but they're both still doing good.
Yeah,
because they both, ever since the trade, they haven't lost a game yet.
Yeah, so I think At first, I was like, "Oh, y'all really gave up quickly."
Mm-hmm.
But then I was like, "That may work."
Yeah, because now DiVincenzo get to play more.
Yeah.
He's a decent two-way player, but he's a better defender.
And I see the Raptors inserted quickly into the start and pitch Schroeder. I think Schroeder is better off the bench anyway.
He's a great 6-man.
Yeah, I think he's better off the bench anyway. Bring that defensive, energy on the court.
Yep.
He's not necessarily a scorer. He can score a little bit, give you enough, like maybe 10 to 15 points.
I would say he can give you a solid 14 points.
Yeah.
And also he can close games.
Mm-hmm.
That's one thing that I don't think that I wish we would have kept Dennis Schroeder for, is because if you have a closing lineup, you would want him in it because he's a smart player. Facts. He brings that intensity as well. So.
Yep. Then I'm going Lakers as well, that game. Then we have Wednesday, January 10th, Pelicans, Warriors.
I'm going with the Pelicans. I think they'll win that one.
It's hard to side with the Warriors.
It is, man.
But we're going to talk about it.
It's been to the point of even though I love Chris Paul, I be forgetting him on the team.
But he just got hurt.
Yeah.
He got to go to surgery now, so ain't no telling how long he'll be out.
No, I say he come back in March, after the All-Star break.
Probably so. I'm going to go Pelicans as well. Then the next game, Nuggets and Jazz.
The Jazz could upset them. Because Lloyd Marketing been balling. So is Jordan Clarkson. Actually, I'm going to go on the win. I'm going to say the Jazz beat the Nuggets.
Okay.
I'm going to say the Jazz beat the Nuggets.
I'm going to go Nuggets. They said that man Jokic only missed 4 or 5 shots in the last 4 games.
He been hooping.
That's crazy. That shot he... Yeah, if I was the Warriors, I would threw hands. Bro.
Man, he really just threw that shit bucket. What?
I would have threw hands, yo.
Oh.
Come on, man. Y'all are... You this... It's you either this good or this lucky.
Yep.
Come on, man.
And
that man caught the ball and went on the other side of the board. Just shoot a half for a shot. And it's when he shoot this stuff, it's yeah, it's him.
Yeah.
because he be shooting some of the most unorthodox
Like that one
shots.
step back over AD when the shit was like right here,
Stupid.
launched it and made it. Like,
He's looking like, huh? It's just what I do. That Caitlin Clark on him.
yep,
You know,
Caitlin Clark.
and she just got another triple double the other night
after a 40-point game. Look, Caitlin Clark is the truth. All right, I ain't heard shit about Angel Reese.
She might be the GOAT, man.
I'm saying, I ain't heard.
She might be the GOAT. All right, so Thursday, January 11th, we have Nets and Cavaliers.
I'm gonna go Nets.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Nets.
I'm gonna go Cavs this one.
Okay. They ain't been impressive. It's like when Mitchell first got there.
Yeah, they haven't really been making no noise.
Mm-mm.
I don't know if Mitchell will be there for the long run down.
No, I can see him leaving.
He probably make a trade for him for the Knicks, what they should have made for him before.
Oh, and but that means they would gotta get Brunson, because that's what I would want back.
Or Randall.
Or Randall, yeah. They would probably give up Randall, but then even then they could be guard.
Even if or kind of like what they just did with the recent trade, maybe like Barrett quickly, maybe another person off the bench. Well, it depends I don't know what Mitchell contract look like, so I can't really throw out some names right now. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they could have worked something out. Okay, then we have another good game.
Mm-hmm.
We have Celtics versus the Bucks.
Ooh. I like Milwaukee. I love my boy Giannis. But I'm gonna go. Actually, no, I'm gonna be biased as hell on this one. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna go for Milwaukee.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Milwaukee.
I'm gonna go with Celtics.
Okay.
Did you like I seen the highlights mostly.
Mm-hmm.
The Bucks and Spurs game the other day.
Man, when people were saying like this gonna be a matchup like for the ages in the future with Giannis and Wemby, man, it was a good game. It was very entertaining. It was one of those games too where it started pushing more for Wemby being Rookie of the Year type of conversations, because he did play well against an MVP candidate and recipient Defensive Player of the Year in Giannis. So the fact that he didn't have a terrible game, but he didn't have like the greatest game of his career. He had a good game. So the fact that he had a good game was just like, Chet, what you doing?
I'm just ready for Pop to figure it out.
Yeah.
That's what I'm just waiting for. I'm waiting for Pop to figure it out, and for them to actually get a playmaker on their team.
Yeah, they do.
Like, that's the moment I'm just waiting for, and just looking at just his like last, I guess, like 10 games or so. Somebody had posted it. He's only playing like 25, 27 minutes.
Yeah.
A game. He's not really playing over 30 minutes a game. So it's like,
I would just play him more at this point.
What are we doing?
At this point, I'm just playing him more, bro. Like, why not?
Yeah, exactly. Why not? Why not let him go ahead and average 35 minutes a game?
Yeah, but I say just make him play 30, 35 minutes a game, bro. Might as well. It's not gonna hurt nothing.
Nothing. Y'all are close to the worst record in the league at this point.
Yep.
But I did see something. I think I got the picture. It was, so through 30 games, Wemby and Giannis have had the same record. So they both started off 5-25. Wemby and Giannis. But Wemby his stats is way better though. So I don't think Giannis was really getting that much playing time his rookie year or so.
Yeah, he didn't get that much playing time his rookie year.
But yeah, his stats was way, way better. But the next game is Suns versus the Lakers.
I just don't got a lot of faith in the Lakers right now. I don't, because I feel like the Suns could just come out of nowhere and win.
Suck, man.
I thought we was good. I thought we was good. Please
talk your shit.
I'll give it to the Suns.
Same.
I actually will say the Suns could win that game.
Same here. Friday, January the 12th, we have Kings versus 76ers.
Ooh, Kings. I'm going to go with the Kings on that one. 76ers didn't hit that little patch in the season where they got to refigure it out.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, light the beam.
Like the beam.
I want to press that button so bad. Real quick.
Just go to a game, run on the court.
That's it.
It don't even matter if they win or not.
Just
go hit the beam. I'm going Kings too.
Let's say they're gonna ban me from Kings games. That's fine.
That's fine. I just wanted to come for this anyway.
Yep, that's it. This is all I wanted was to light the beam, and I lit it. Win or loss, tie, draw.
It's off my bucket list.
Nah, thank you.
And then the next game Friday we have Pelicans and Nuggets.
Denver.
Same.
Yeah, give me Denver. You know. Oh God, I almost made a joke about Zion. Damn.
Oh Lord, go ahead.
I was gonna say he heard Nuggets. Was like, what?
We get Nuggets.
We get Nuggets.
We get Nuggets. Oh man, I hate y'all.
He gonna come don't play with me like that.
Oh man.
McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, Burger King, we going.
Which one you going? Let a brother know. Oh man, it is Saturday, man. We have Lakers Jazz.
Damn, again. All right, if I'm gonna go with us reluctantly. Best of luck. Goddamn.
We gonna pray for y'all, man.
Yeah,
that's it.
Lord Jesus have mercy.
And then the last game we have Warriors versus the Bucks.
Bucks, no debate.
Yeah,
no debate. Man,
but
Kuminga about to get traded.
Warriors and Bucks. We'll get to that.
Yeah,
we'll get to the Warriors. But yeah, I'm going Bucks too. I'm gonna go Bucks too. Cool.
Old Dame and Steph matchup.
Exactly.
That's low-key been a good matchup.
I always enjoyed that matchup.
Yeah, I don't think that matchup get talked about enough.
Because they both shooters, but they want to. I think Dame want to outplay Steph more than Steph want to outplay.
I agree.
Dame.
I agree.
Yep.
But then it's like when it's Russ and Dame, Russ always want to outplay Dame. Always. It's just like, I don't know why that matchup. I know Russ is always just a competitor, but every time Damian Lillard on the other court, this motherfucker's locked in more than what he is.
More on the defensive end than any other game.
Anything. Like, he turned Michael Jordan on defense when he played against Dame.
Defense player of the year.
No.
Just for that game.
Just for that game. He had 3 steals.
Just for that game.
Dame's plus minus is terrible. Like,
yeah, it's horrible. It's horrible. But that is our picks for the week. We're gonna take a short break. We'll be right back with more of the episode. Unfiltered Brothers is on Patreon. Be sure to become a member and show your support for the podcast. Your support will help us invest in our business to help the podcast grow and expand our brand. There are 3 tiers you can choose from. Get early access to the audio and video a day before the episodes are available on streaming services and YouTube. Be the first to know about special announcements and get access to exclusive episodes or content. Also, 10% of Tier 3 will also be donated to a charity of our choice at the end of each year. So thank you in advance. Now back to the episode. And welcome back to Reaching or Teaching. Man, so we have some good topics for y'all for this episode. Definitely want to start off with congratulations to Shaquille O'Neal. He's finally getting his jersey retired for the Orlando Magic. Let me not put that S on the end.
It's hard not
to. Let me not put the S on the end. But yeah, he's finally getting his jersey retired. It will be the first jersey retired for the Orlando Magic. That ceremony will be February 13th. And Shaq will be the second player to have his jersey retired for 3 different teams. The other one is Wilt, of course, Lakers, Philly, and the Warriors.
Yep.
Just going over some of the stats, his Orlando stats. Of course, he was the first overall pick in the 92 NBA draft. The 4 years he was with Orlando Magic, he averaged 27.2 points per game and 12.5 rebounds per game. He was Rookie of the Year. He was the 94-95 scoring champion, 4-time All-Star, so All-Star ever since he got in the league, and he was a 3-time All-NBA selection, second team in 95, and then third team 94 and 96. I'm surprised he didn't get no
I don't think he should
team
have
in his
got
rookie
this.
year.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. But just reflecting on his Orlando years, I wanted to ask the question because I remember Charles being funny one day with Shaq because they was having some type of they were having some type of conversation. Shaq do this a lot. He pitched. He just brings him into the. He just brings him into the conversation.
You know, when I was out there,
he always bring him into the conversation, and pretty much Chuck was like, "Well, you won't that dominant when you first got in the league. You won't always dominate, Shaq. You won't always dominate." So I wanted to ask the question: would you consider Shaq the most dominant in his Orlando years?
No. I think his most dominant was with the Lakers. But I will always say that I wish he stayed that size with the Lakers from when he was in Orlando. Because he was big, but he wasn't big. Like, he was basically 300 pounds with the Lakers. But his build in Orlando, I think we could have won more championships if he would have stayed that size.
Yep.
So that's my biggest takeaway from that.
Yep. I think with me, because I started watching just his Orlando highlights and everything, and I think you can argue both sides. I'm not mad at any side. So if you want to say if you want to say yes, I would agree. Just because watching Shaq, like what he was doing in LA, he was still doing that in Orlando. But in Orlando, like you mentioned, he was more athletic.
Yep.
He was slimmer.
Yep.
So you didn't really see in LA, you didn't really see him getting behind the defense on like a fast break, like out. Yeah. He won't dive on the floor going out of bounds. Of course, you probably seen him like jump over a bench or something like that. And everybody clear out in those later years. But he won't slide from the 3-point line all the way out of bounds and trying to get a ball. So
yeah, he
had a lot of more hustle in him. His footwork was a little bit quicker, a little bit better during those Orlando years. And his vertical probably was higher. I seen him, like just watching the highlights, I seen him, they threw like an out of bounds play from the sideline to the rim, and that man head was well over the basket. But he did, in those Orlando years, I would say he did dominate. It was probably only, when I looked at that time period, 92 to 96, there was only 3 other centers you can have in a conversation.
Yeah.
But only 2 you can really, well, not really 2, only 1 you can really argue. But it was
Hakeem.
It was like Hakeem. But also David Robinson was in the conversation during those years. But then Patrick Ewing was in the conversation, but once Shaq got in the league,
I'm gonna be real. Patrick Ewing is overrated, bro. Yeah, he should not be in the top 75. I completely agree with Gilbert Arenas. Take his ass out and put Dwight Howard in.
It's a lot of people that should have been in the top 75. That, because I think I mentioned it before. I think the issue was that top 50 was still there.
Yeah, like
when they did the NBA top 50, those people are still there. When that's not the case no more. Like some of the people you have to take some of the people off the list, because the NBA has got way better than what we've seen those years. So you can definitely argue Dwight. You can argue, because he haven't won a ring either. So you can argue.
No, Dwight did.
No, I'm talking about Patrick Ewing.
Oh yeah, Patrick Ewing. Yeah, he.
You can argue Tracy McGrady. You can argue Vince Carter.
You can argue
who else didn't make it. Shoot, put Kyrie Irving in there.
Man.
But like, if you put Dame in there,
no
disrespect to Dame.
I would swap Dame with Kyrie, and then I would take Pat Ewing off and put Dwight.
Yeah,
I would. I'm gonna be real. I wouldn't put Vince Carter on there. I like
I
Vince Carter,
would.
but I wouldn't put him on there.
I would just because kind of I agree with Gilbert when he said he was probably like the most underachieved
Yeah.
player.
Yeah.
But man, when he got in, like, he had, there's a lot of hope for Vince when he got in the league. Like, just his athletic ability. They looked at him just going to North Carolina. They looked at him as, I don't, even though he had a good shot, I don't know why they looked at him as the next MJ.
It's because of the
For say,
athleticism.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably it. But he was, I mean, he was a key piece for the Raptors.
He was.
And then those early years, with the Nets, but yeah, I think him and Tracy, honestly. But Tracy didn't really catch fire until they got rid of him. Yeah. I ain't gonna say get rid of him. Yeah. But once the Raptors traded him away and he got to Orlando, that's when he really turned up.
Is that team could have been so much more. Him, Shaq, Penny.
It should have been.
Should have been more.
Should have been more. Grant Hill,
yeah.
Oh,
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, but just back to the Shaq. But you can also argue like you said, argue the no part as well too.
Yeah.
Just because, as I mentioned, he was during those times. Shaq was like I mentioned before. He was slimmer. He was more athletic, but it was somebody else on that West Coast that was just as athletic. Maybe not as stronger, but still strong, and more skilled on the West Coast, and then that's the dream, man. So, and just watching, I watched like their matchup highlights, and with Shaq, and that's why you can say no, because it's like, even though you couldn't stop Shaq, Shaq wasn't stopping everybody.
No, it was like that argument they had when he was like, Kareem couldn't guard me. You couldn't guard Kareem. Like, no, he couldn't.
Yeah, so like Shaq wasn't stopping everybody on the defensive end. And Shaq, when looking at his resume, I think he's only really been in 3, maybe not even that, 3 all defensive selections. So yeah, just watching those highlights, like Shaq is he's just a big, powerful dude, and Kareem really couldn't do much, but Shaq couldn't, just because of like his skill. Like, Kareem can bring you outside the post.
Yep.
So he have more weapons.
Same thing with Hakeem.
And like his footwork is just crazy.
Did you say Hakeem or Kareem?
Hakeem.
Okay. Because
Hakeem, yeah.
My bad. It sounds so similar.
Yeah, it do.
Jeez. But yeah, you're right. Hakeem he'd go there, hit you a little 15-foot jumper.
Yeah, fade away,
get you with that drive, get you with that pump fake, dunk on you. His skill set is amazing. That's why, like, I respect the fact that Joel Embiid was like, that's who I watched.
Yeah. Yep. And just I went back and just looked at the stats for those 3. I didn't even look up Pat, because he's not even he's not even in the he's not even in the conversation.
I still love that meme of him. Have you ever taken that shot? Is that a good shot? When have you ever practiced that shot?
That's it.
By yourself?
That's funny, because we had to tell a player that last week. Like, when have you started shooting that? When have you ever shot that shot? Man,
you ever shoot that shot? Like,
but yeah, man.
I think every coach has had that moment. That's not what you
That's not what you do. Exactly.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
like, when he crossed both the Pullman boys and jacked up that 3, it was our first year coaching. Yeah. And he made it. First of all, he's lucky he made it. Because I was going to tell you pull him out. I was going to tell you pull him out. But he made that. I was like, all right.
Yeah, we had a player. Right. We had a player Friday night on fire. Like, he was hot, and clock running down, about to go into halftime. Like, he had the half court, and he was probably like at that yellow, that volleyball, that yellow line on the court. He was probably like right there. It was probably like 3 seconds still left on the clock. He shot that thing. We looked at each other like, no, this man did not. But
he made it.
wet. Not the wet. We got in the locker room. We said, "You lucky you made that shot." We can't say anything because you made it, but
look, that's the Steph Curry effect, bro. That's the Steph
you know
Curry
what's
effect.
gonna happen if you miss that shot,
Lord,
man. But yeah, so Shaq doing his year, so we know Shaq was rookie of the year, his first year.
That's why I always tell my. I'm sorry. That's
No,
why I
go
always
ahead.
tell my sister, take the shots in practice like you're gonna take in a game.
Yeah, and that's why people I be telling people you can't be Steph
No.
because Steph work on the shots. Like everything Steph do, he works on. Like and you see that. Like he runs full speed, full speed at practice.
Yep.
Like y'all don't do that. And
Nope.
you gotta to be a great shooter, you gotta be able to make your shots at your most fatigued moment. Because even though your body might slow down, but a lot of it is mental.
Yep.
A lot of it is mental. So you got to be able to still make those types of shots when when you don't feel 100%.
Absolutely.
But Shaq doing those 4 years. So his first year was rookie of the year. He was 23.4 points per game, 13.9 rebounds per game. I ain't gonna go through all of it. And then 3.5 per game. Well, I already really said his overall stats, but
yeah,
David Robinson, he had some good years. Him and Shaq pretty much averaged the same thing, the 92 year. Besides, Shaq had more rebounds, but 93-94 year, David Robinson was the scoring champion with the 29.8 points per game. And then he was MVP the 94-95 year, 27.6 points per game, 10.8 rebounds per game, and 3.2 blocks per game. And then with Hakeem, 92-93 year, he was defensive player of the year. I think this probably it may be a record, or we'll probably have it. I didn't look it up. I should have looked it up, but that man had 4.2 blocks per game that year.
No, I think Wilt still leads the all-time block record
per game.
Yeah,
that year. Yeah,
I think his like 5.6, 5.4, 4 or 5. I don't know.
Man, that man. And then the 93-94 year, he was MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. 27.3 points per game, 11.9 rebounds per game, and 3.7 blocks per game. And then the 94-95 years when the Rockets and Orlando went to the finals.
Yeah.
But in that year, he averaged 27.8 points per game, 10.8 rebounds per game, and 3.4 blocks per game. So yeah, you can definitely argue no because of that man.
Yeah.
what he done in the league during those years, man. And they was when I was watching him, he's kind of like, I want to say Tim Duncan in a way, like because he got on the team with Ralph Simpson.
Yeah,
and they was the kind of like, well,
they called them
the Twin Towers.
Yeah,
and then then you have like Duncan and David Robinson and stuff like that. But Duncan was able to surpass Robinson just like Hakeem was able to surpass Ralph. So
yeah, but what hurt Ralph was the injuries.
Yeah, definitely. He's supposed to be one of those greats too.
Yeah.
I
mean, 7'4" could do all of that.
When you look at it, like he was, like what he did in college years, UVA.
Him, Bill Walton, Kareem, some of the best college big men like ever. Seriously.
Yeah, so they should have. Unfortunately,
McHale in college too.
Who is that?
Kevin McHale.
Oh yeah.
Monster in college.
Facts. Unfortunately, injuries do happen. I don't know. I be hating like those debates because it's like the more you accomplish, the higher you are in the ranks. But then when you just talk about ability, in that person's prime, a lot of these players can be ranked higher than what they are if they didn't get hurt, or if they won a championship or stuff like that. But we discredit them kind of because of they didn't have their prime wasn't as long or they didn't win a championship. I kind of hate that for them.
We can make that a whole episode.
Yeah, like I kind of hate. I thought about this shit last like earlier this week. I'm like, bro, it's us a lot of people that's not in these conversations just because they never won or they just got their career cut short.
Yeah.
But if you do look at their prime years, bro, it's like they were like T-Mac. He was first team all NBA, you know, for a couple of those years when he got to Orlando and everything like that. And he was a decent defensive player too.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like unfortunately he never won. He got injured, so he's not in those conversations.
It's one of those things where it's like I think some people in that conversation, and I'm gonna make this quick. Some people deserve to be in it, and some people I'm gonna back up why they not. It just depends who we talking about.
Yep. All right, so closing thoughts on Shaq getting his jersey retired and dominant years in Orlando.
Nothing but congratulations.
Yep, congrats. You deserve it, big fella.
Big Diesel.
The Diesel. Superman, whatever you want to call that man.
I'm about to say the big Aristotle.
Whatever you want to call that man. All right, so the next thing I wanted to ask, because I seen, you know, the first round list came out for All-Stars. And, you know, I questioned some of them. But pretty much I just wanted to ask, should fan voting hold less weight when selecting All-Star? Because currently right now they said fan voting is 50%, and then media and player voting is the other 25 each.
Yeah.
Do you know how that process works completely? Like, so when it's fan voting, do the media and players pick from that, or do they have their own list?
That part I don't know.
Okay.
But to answer your first question, the fans should get less of a vote.
Yeah.
I think fans should get about 30%, because I've said this too about, and if you listen to my podcast, I've said this about like TV, movies, anime, Marvel, DC, whatever. Casuals take over these things because there's a lot of people right now who gonna vote someone like like LaMelo Ball. You can have a bunch of people who vote for LaMelo Ball right now, but he ain't no All-Star this year.
Not.
So I would say that it should be 50% players, 30% fans, 20% media.
I agree.
That's how I see it. Because it's like right now, people gonna vote for Book. Book not an All-Star this year.
Yeah.
He's not. I like his game too. I argue KD not an All-Star this year.
I can see why they say he would be though.
Yeah, I can see why you say he would be, but I can make an argument that he wouldn't, because LeBron is an All-Star this year. But KD gonna probably get it, not just because he's KD, but what other small forwards in the West right now is there? Because it's like
besides Kawhi,
yeah, and it's just a process because it's like if we would go by the players versus the position, the All-Star teams would look completely different.
That's
like
true.
If like the West All-Stars would be like, who would be the point guard? Would it be Steph or would it be SGA? Because SGA was my vote to start.
That was an argument too.
Yep.
I think what's that show called? That Sports Nation show.
Sports Nation. Is it Sports Nation?
I think it's Sports
Or who on it? Is Emmanuel Acho on there?
He was. He might be still is. I don't really watch it often, but I think Marcellus
was on it. Yeah. It was Sports Nation, but then they speak. It was Speak Feast, so not Speak.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know they was arguing about it. And they was like, yeah, SGA should be in front. I mean, that's another reason. Like, fans going to vote Steph more.
Yeah.
Than they vote SGA. But because I don't really know how the process go. But if it do go like if the players and media pick from like that first list of fan voting, then I feel like it should be switched.
Yes.
So I feel like the media and players should vote. Let's say because how many people can be on 12 each?
Yeah.
Is it 12? Okay. So let's just say median players pick like 15 each side. 15 players each side, and then let the fans vote the 12 that they think should make the All-Star. Because just looking at the list, they got Klay Thompson on here.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Klay is not an All-Star this year.
They got Klay Thompson. They even got, no disrespect, but they got Ja on here.
No, Ja's not an All-Star right now. He hasn't played enough.
They got Ja on here. Like you said, they got LaMelo on here.
See?
They got Kyle Kuzma on here.
See? Like, and that's why, because it's like if we look at the East and the West, we have clear All-Stars. Like, East, we got Giannis, clear All-Star. Embiid, clear All-Star this year. Brunson, clear All-Star this year. Halliburton, clear All-Star this year. Tatum, clear All-Star this year. That's your 5 right there. So then now from the reserves, it's going to be Jaylen Brown. It's going to be Tyrese Maxey.
Yep.
At least he should get it. Shoot. Someone,
and like when it comes to guards,
like who else? Trae Young?
Yeah, Trae Young. Yeah, they got him third when it comes to East guards. I feel like he should be higher. They got Dame at number 2.
Yeah, I'll say Dame. I forgot about Dame.
They got Dame at number 2. I feel like he should be a little lower in the voting.
I'm okay if Trae's over Dame right now.
He's not though.
He's not.
That's what I'm saying.
He's not. Like Dame hasn't. He hasn't had a terrible. He's had a pretty decent season.
Yeah.
But I would have.
And they don't even like y'all got some of these names on here. You don't even got Devin Booker on here.
Nope.
y'all hate Devin Booker as an All-Star.
No,
y'all never vote Devin Booker as an All-Star.
Devin Booker should have been. I still don't think he's an All-Star this year, but I think he could be a reserve this year.
I don't think he's an All-Star this year, but just looking at this list, why he's not on the list?
Yeah, on the list. He should be on the list.
Why he's not on the list? Like he's not even on the list of voting. Like
last season before last, he should have been on an All-Star. Clearly an All-Star.
Yeah, so I just looking at the list, I just feel like fans don't need to have a lot of weight in voting for All-Stars. Like, I think they probably use it so when somebody get hurt, or somebody like that, be like, okay, let's just throw him in there. That's what the people want to see, even if he doesn't deserve.
Like that's what's going to happen.
Third spot.
Let's say like Luka or
because it wasn't Murray. Here let All-Star.
Yep.
Like, man, get out of here, yo.
Like, because it's like right now, let's say the guards, let's say Ja is not a reserve. Let's say the 4 guards are Steph, Luka, SGA, and Fox.
Right.
And maybe Booker. That's 5 guards. If one of them go down, hey, Ja, come on, you're an All-Star.
And Fox is low on the list. He's 8.
I don't see why he's low.
Like, yeah, it's hard. So if I'm looking at this list, the front court, I'm cool with top 5, top 6, potentially, maybe top 7. The front court, you got Bron, KD, Joker, AD, Kawhi, Paul George, and then what's his name? Sengun from the Rockets. I'm cool. Sengun, yeah. I'm cool with it. He's had a decent year.
Yeah, he's playing good.
And then the guards, I would agree with. Honestly, the first 3.
Like, is Kyrie an All-Star this
Luka,
year?
They got him at 5, but I wouldn't say he's an All-Star this year though.
Who?
Kyrie.
Me neither.
I wouldn't say he's an All-Star this year.
He's playing good, but he's not an All-Star this year.
So they got Luka, Steph, then SGA, then James Harden, then Kyrie, Anthony Edwards, John Morant, Fox, Klay Thompson, and then Austin Reeves.
Yeah, I'm about saying Austin Reeves.
So for the front court in the Eastern Conference, I would agree with. I'm cool with the first 6, first 7, maybe. I'd say first 6. So got Giannis, Embiid, Tatum, Butler, Jaylen Brown, Bam, and then Mikal Bridges. And then for the guards, they could do better. You got Halliburton, Dame, Trae Young, Mitchell, Maxey, Brunson, LaMelo Ball, Derek White, DeRozan, and then Drew Holiday.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah. That I just don't like the orders of it.
Ah,
Yeah. So I mean, hopefully they get it right. It's back to the West, East versus West format this year.
good.
So hopefully they get it right. Hopefully we get. Y'all don't have to play hard, but give us a competitive game, man. Like,
Yeah,
come on now.
yeah.
Like no defense.
No, that's why I
Like,
liked how they did it with the Kobe rules, quote unquote.
yeah,
Play it like that, like, but it's not going to be competitive, but it should be.
should be.
Like,
We'll see.
don't foul out or like get a tech, but let's not just have layup lines out there.
Yeah.
Because it's like prime example is when they was on the fast break and Steph bounced it and Giannis grabbed it and dunked it. Everybody was like back there. I was like, bro, I would have went and tried to block it. Fuck it.
Would have caught his ass in the air.
No, for real.
Where you think
Give me
you
that
going?
shit.
You got me messed up.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, I didn't want to spend too long on that. But I don't know. Just some of the, I just hate some of the fan voting that they've been having the last couple of years.
I agree. It's just people go off of who they like, not who's playing well.
Yep.
And yeah, someone who you like can be playing well, but that doesn't mean all the time they're an all-star.
Yep.
Just being like, I like Drew Holiday, and he's playing pretty good, but he's not an all-star this year, and that's okay.
And that's fine. That's totally fine. But I don't know. Like I'm cool with it. Of course, you're gonna always get like the main names, in the All Star.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes they don't need to be there.
No, I agree.
Sometimes they don't need to be there. Like, even though he's playing good, I don't even have Harden that high on the guards list.
No, he's not an all-star this year.
I don't even have him that high on the guards list. So
PG's more of an all-star this year than Harden.
Yep. So that's just my complaint for it.
Derek, and it's about time I say this.
Come on.
How we talking about where players are ranked right now, what they doing, and how well they're playing. Can y'all stop riding Bronny James? You know what? So hard. I'm sick of it. Like,
they do be putting caps on Bronny,
bro. I'm
not even hating either.
And this is just being real. He is a good player, but he's not first pick. He's not this astronomically amazing basketball player right now. Like,
right,
bro,
man, exactly.
Like,
give him time.
Give him time.
Give him time.
Give him time. Like, bro, and I've said before that he's an average player. And shout out my cousin Trevor, but fuck you. He was like, bro, Bronny will cook you. Bronny will cook you. He can try. Like, let's just be real. But
why is that always the rebuttal?
That's
like,
never a valid argument.
We're not even on a college roster.
No.
So that's one thing. Like maybe they can, but we never played at the collegiate level. But if we did, I'll cook all y'all.
And I'm just being completely honest. I played against people at the collegiate level, and I'm beating them.
We play people that's in the NBA right now. So
yes, and love and respect to them. I love them to death. I played against some people who overseas play basketball right now, and I bust their ass with all love and respect. But bro, it's like he's an average player, and it's cool. His high school stats average 13, 5, and 2. I'm like, bro, he got ranked so high.
That was his senior year, or that was
career in high school.
Damn.
So that's a top 15 player in the nation?
Damn.
Come on, bro. And I was telling him, Bronny got where he is in the rankings because of nepotism.
Because of his name. Yeah.
And it's okay.
That's fine.
It's okay if your name gets you there, but still work hard. I want the brother to work hard. I want him to do well. But stop riding this man's shit like he's the greatest ever. Bron, it's so annoying.
I know you're a great father. You gonna stop capping on these interviews too.
Yep.
You gonna stop capping on what he said the other day.
He can help us right now.
He can help us. No, he can't.
He gonna do the same shit Cam Reddish is doing right now. Nothing.
Like, yeah, like give Bronny some time. I said this, like last year. He's not worthy of going 1 year in college and then going to the NBA.
Nope.
I thought, me personally, I thought he was a good player, but I never said he was a one and done.
No, I've said, I don't think I said it here or to you, but I've had conversations with my boys. I'm like, bro, he's playing college for 2 years.
Yeah.
I think 2 years would serve him very well. And then, excuse me, go ahead and go to the draft. I said, but bro, there's things about his game that he still needs to develop. ESPN posted a highlight of him getting a steal and a dunk. Oh my God, just like Daddy, just like Pops. God, I love Bron.
But you know they need the views.
They do need the views.
We can talk about. We can make that like a segment for another, maybe like next episode, just talking about just media,
please,
like just how media covers sports, specific players. Kind of like how you saying with Bronny. It's Bronny, so especially if LeBron pull up courtside, they're gonna be posting him.
Bronny was crazy tonight with 8 points.
Somebody post a page post. I don't know which page it was, but I forgot who they was playing, what college team they was playing. But the dude was like trying to hustle, get the ball out of bounds, and he, just happened. LeBron was right in front of him, and LeBron like kind of caught him or whatever. And then they made that a whole post. Yeah, where he don't want to get hurt on his day off. Yeah. Bro, he barely caught him. Like,
no,
it wasn't even that.
He didn't even touch him.
Like, cool, we here. That's the anybody reaction. If somebody running to you, they'd be like, "Oh, hold on."
Has that happened to you before?
Yes.
I'm saying, yes. To me. I don't get my post.
I just grabbed a player the other week because he was running. Like, it happens.
Bro,
that don't need to be a post though.
No, it doesn't. Like, it happened to me one time at a Longwood game. I sat courtside because the seat was open, and one dude I knew who ran into me. I said, "I got you, bro." He said, "Appreciate you." Ran off.
Yeah.
That's it. You're supposed to catch him.
Yeah.
Like it's. You gonna let him smack into you? No. Like, but I didn't get on the cover of the Longwood magazine because Mr. Barksdale saved him. What is such a brave man?
It was that, and then of course people was complaining or talking about when Ja was doing the New Orleans dance. I don't know how to do it, but it was like he was shooting or whatever, and then the Texas person, the quarterback, he did it, and how Barstool Sports how they advertised it when he did it versus when Ja Morant did it.
Yeah, and I will say though, it's I see both sides of it because Ja, you doing some shit that you got in trouble for versus this is some white boy who we don't know. But it's one of those things of like, if you gonna give him shit, give him shit too. I agree with that.
Yeah, it's the same justice. So
yeah,
so you gotta be fair with it.
Real quick, I'm so sorry. Because I gotta let it go. I'm on my Cat Williams shit. Stop using the argument.
That's the energy we play in 2024. We ain't playing with y'all. Fuck.
No.
We don't be stealing our content either.
Absolutely not. Don't be doing that. We'll send Joe on you. Stop using the argument that Bronny came back from this heart condition. So did Sharif O'Neal, but y'all ain't hyping him up.
That's a fact.
So let it go. It's just like, bro, and I was saying in the comments one day to a person, I said, y'all only like Bronny because you like LeBron. What about his game is so impressive? Bro, you just hating. That's how I know. You don't got shit to say. Y'all talk about how he got a good IQ. Y'all talk about...
It's only hate when it's referring to LeBron.
Yep, it's only
hate. Like, it can't be constructive criticism. Nope. It got to be... If it goes against what LeBron got going on, it's hate. Automatic hate.
Yep.
I could care less about LeBron or any of y'all, especially any of y'all opinions.
Nah, for real. A lot of y'all casual.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't care about it. And that when you talk about casual, that just goes back to the beginning, the voting, the beginning of the episode when we started, when you just talk about how parents, try to coach from the sideline.
Yep.
And yeah, we that's another episode too.
No, for real. I'm gonna be honest. I'm all for gatekeeping. Fuck it.
For a lot of shit you need to.
No, for real.
I'm not even. Yeah, for a lot of shit you need to.
Like, it was crazy how LeBron came to the Lakers, and all of a sudden I know so many more Lakers fans now. But I was here during the dark days. Jordan Farmar and Hill, Robert Sakar, Steve Blake, all of them. But where was y'all at? I was in Miami.
I was thinking of something, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to start some shit. I was thinking, like, it's funny how these stars kind of like decline a little bit on a LeBron team.
Mm-hmm.
And then y'all, you know how people bring up, okay, he had Kevin Love and Kyrie. They wasn't really this and that,
Mm-hmm.
but they were before they got to the Cavs.
They were.
Kyrie was
like that before LeBron came back.
Got there. AD had, I think 2020 was probably like 80 peak prime year, and then it probably started going down after that 2020 season. So it's funny how you can see all these amazing athletes, all these superstars in the league just start declining once you get on a LeBron team.
Yep.
But then you have
Chris Bosh.
Then you have a Kobe who make Pau Gasol a Hall of Famer, who makes Lamar Odom a sixth man of the year.
Who helps revive Ron Artest's career.
We wouldn't even be talking about how good Trevor Ariza was as a defensive player if it wasn't for a Kobe mentality and what he instilled in his teammates. Y'all always bring up. Look at me going on a rant.
No, you go ahead.
Y'all always bring up. Y'all be like, Kobe wasn't a good teammate. Who is y'all to say Kobe wasn't a good teammate? Y'all ain't even make it. Y'all ain't even make your high school team. Who is y'all can tell Kobe was a good teammate? Y'all listen to a Smush Parker. I'm just leave it at that. Y'all listen to a Smush Parker. Y'all listen to a Kwame Brown.
Who got beef with everybody. He got beef with you
because his career ain't pan out to what it's supposed to be. That's not on anybody else. That's on him.
But you listen to Shaq, Dwight Howard, Lamar Odom, Pau Gasol, Derek Fisher, Rick Fox.
The greats.
You listen to all of them. Even coaches, Phil Handy, Phil Jackson, WNBA players. Nothing but love. He's tough on you.
If you want, he's tough on you. But he had a certain standard that he went by, and he stuck by it. And if you wanted to be a great player, if you wanted to be a part of a championship team, and you wanted to commit to the mission of the team or the organization, Kobe was the best leader that they ever played for. And because they wanted to be great. But here y'all go. Y'all want to listen to somebody like a Smush Parker. No disrespect, but all the disrespect at the same time when I bring up these names. Y'all listen to those types of people and let y'all know, oh yeah, Kobe was a asshole. Maybe he was. But some people, I accept some assholes. No, pause. Pause on that.
And with that, this has been Unfiltered Brothers.
Pause on that. But yeah, some people, that's just how they are. And I accept some people's, personality, like that attitude, like that mentality, especially if I'm on a competitive sports team. Y'all not playing during those times. Who was a horrible team? Y'all not playing for somebody like the Charlotte Bobcats.
Nah.
Anybody like that. You're playing for a strong franchise that has a name that's bigger than a lot of sports teams across any sports. He's playing for the Los Angeles Lakers. It's just standard. Don't come over here and bullshit.
You
can't come over here and bullshit.
Just because you like LeBron. Just being real. It's just because you like LeBron.
Just because you like LeBron. And you always say, ain't nobody want. And that's cap too.
No.
That's cap too. Nobody wanted to play for Kobe. Stop. Play with Kobe. Stop it.
Even you had other people say it. Larry Bird said, if I want to have fun, I'm playing with LeBron. If I want to win, I'm playing with Kobe.
I'm playing with Kobe. And Steven, fuck it. We might not even get to some of these topics.
It's okay. It's all right.
We're going to get to... I'm going to skip one of these topics. The Clay one.
Yeah, okay. That's cool.
I'm going to skip the Clay one. We might could bring it up when we talk about the reaching and teaching.
That's cool.
But yeah, let's stick it. Let's stay here. What was your last comment? Because I want to go off of that. I wanted to rebuttal what you just said.
Dang, what I just said.
Damn, I just missed. I just
damn.
I'm about to say stop it and run it back.
Say we can pause it. We can run it back. This is a good place for an ad too.
It's definitely a good place for an ad. Definitely a good place for the ad. But man, Kobe, like even a lot of these. That's what it was. I was gonna bring up Stephen A. Bitch.
Stephen A.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Stephen A. But y'all pick and choose the casuals. Y'all pick and choose who y'all want to listen to when you have these debates. But majority of the time when you listen to players who have played against or played with both of these individuals, majority of them would pick Kobe over Bron any day.
Some will pick Kobe over Jordan,
and that's no disrespect to Bron. What's wrong with being a top 3 player in the NBA history?
Yep.
And I always say this. I don't even argue, like as long as Kobe is in your top 5, cool. I'm not even if he's not your GOAT, if he's not your second, I'm not even gonna argue. No. Like that's cool because that's your opinion. If he's at least top 5, cool. If he's in your top 10, but cool, he's still in the top 10. But when y'all start sliding him outside the top 10, that's where I'll have a problem with. We don't even need to have a conversation if he's not in your top 10.
No, I heard someone have him at 11. They put KD at 10.
Oh yeah, no.
I said, we don't need to talk.
Yeah, we don't even need to talk. We don't even need to waste our time with this.
You have a good day.
Because it's funny, like, and we probably already heard this before, but it's funny because when you talk about the top 10 list, the names that's always brung up, besides LeBron, who is currently active, Kobe is the last one to play on that list. Everyone else has pretty much been retired. So if Kobe and somebody I know people don't really be looking at shit. Somebody said, because they was having a conversation where when Kobe was still active, he was always in the GOAT conversation. Like at a young age, they started comparing him to MJ. He was always in that conversation.
Yeah.
And somebody was like, he was probably only in that conversation because he was active. That's not true.
No.
LeBron is in that conversation because he's LeBron.
Yep.
I ain't gonna say I don't like him. I'm not a fan of LeBron, a big fan of LeBron.
I don't like it.
But I'm not gonna hate on his ability and what he's done for the league. So yes, he's in that conversation.
Absolutely.
But besides Steph recently, who else active? You can't even say KD.
No.
You can't even say KD. But besides Steph recently, who that's active in the last 5 to 10 years? Who else has been in that conversation? No one.
Nobody. Some people try to put Kawhi in that conversation. I'm like, let's not do that.
Let's not do that. No one. So you can't. How do one person end up being in the conversation, and then once they retire and pass away, they just start dropping? How you drop, and none of these players has unretired to come back in the league to make their case to be above Kobe? It doesn't make sense to me.
It doesn't.
It doesn't make sense at all.
It doesn't.
So I don't know, man. People,
y'all
allows you to be off.
But you know what it is, though, Derek? And I was told this by a brother at the school I go to. Shout out Everett. He said, "Great men who challenge people will only be missed when they're dead."
Yeah.
And Kobe Bryant
That's
is
a
a
bar.
prime example of that.
That's a bar.
Like, a lot of people don't like to be challenged.
Mm-hmm.
Like, Dwight Howard admitted it. He challenged me, and I didn't like it. They sent my ass to Houston. Now Kobe gone. I should have listened.
That's always the case.
Yep.
That's always the case. Like once it's over. I mean, that's in life general. Like if you supposed to, if somebody's giving you advice, and you don't listen to it, down the road, you grow up, you develop as an individual, you grow, you realize like, nah, they was speaking some real, shit to me. I should have listened to that.
Yep.
If I would have listened, shoot, maybe I could have still had an active role.
Yep.
In the NBA currently.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
But my fault. I messed the quote up. He didn't say will be missed, will be respected when they're dead.
Mm.
But it's just true. You gotta look at how, because like I said, we can do another whole episode about like when we talk about like that Mount Rushmore of influence of basketball. Kobe's on there.
Yeah.
Like look at a lot of the people he worked with, and look what they did. Giannis, champion, MVP, defensive player of the year. Kawhi, MVP. Isaiah Thomas did dirty, but came out of nowhere and started lighting it up for Boston. Paul George was an MVP candidate that one year in OKC. I'm like Devin Booker, Jason Tatum, Donovan Mitchell. Like these guys who are making waves in the league now worked with him because they took from that. Like that doesn't happen all the time. People work with Kareem.
No one's working with LeBron.
No one's going to work with. I'm not working with LeBron.
No one's working with LeBron.
Nobody, and that's why not to get off topic from what we talk about. That's why y'all can say in the comments I'm reaching the T-Sin, but that's why he's not in my 4 for influence on the Mount Rushmore. I'm not working with LeBron on like basketball. I may ask him, hey, what diets could I do? How could I work out? How could I go make some money? But when it comes to putting the ball on the hardwood, I'm not going his way.
This why I kind of, let me know if I'm reaching and teaching, but I kind of equate LeBron to Shaq, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I say that, it's just Shaq was the most dominant because of, his physical attributes.
Yes.
Like he was the strongest, biggest player on the court. No one could stop him.
Nobody.
But just because he was the most dominant doesn't mean he was the best player.
Yep.
On the floor at the time. And I kind of say that about LeBron because he, like, just the gift that God has given him to be able to be a 6'9", 2 whatever pound person and just be that athletic on the court. Also, y'all be the other players, man. Y'all some bitches. Like, I know LeBron coming at you full speed. You want to get out the way, but it's professional basketball.
Stay in that man way.
You gotta step in front of him. And I want somebody to pull up the stats of, like, of course he's still up there, like, with the 3-point stuff and whatever, but a lot of his probably points come from like those fast breaks type stuff, like in the paint, LeBron, because nobody wants to get in LeBron's way.
Yep. People were tackling Jordan.
You know what I'm saying? No one wants to get in his way. So it's like he just have that ability where he's the strongest, more athletic player on the court.
Like,
besides probably the Miami years, that doesn't mean he's the best player. In the NBA currently.
No, I still say the best player in the NBA is Giannis because I
say it too.
I say both sides of the court.
I'm going Jokic.
That's fine too.
I'm going Jokic.
That's fine too.
Yeah.
But it's not Bron. But anyway, I digress.
But yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking about. I was like, just because you the more dominant doesn't mean you the best.
Yep.
Best player on the court.
Yep.
And I was looking, I was like, oh man, I could stay on this all day. I'll stay on this all day, man. Cause y'all be disrespecting people.
No, for real.
But like, you can't talk about somebody carrying.
Mm-hmm.
You acting like Kobe wasn't on no in like those 2000 early 2000 years. You acting like Kobe didn't make those all NBA teams as well.
Yep.
Like if you was carrying that much, like let's be real. When you look at those playoffs, Shaq needed Kobe. Shaq needed Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
Kobe was the finisher.
Yep.
Kobe equally got the Lakers to the finals, similar to Shaq.
Yep.
The stats prove it.
It
Since
does.
y'all want to be a stats person,
Yep.
I hate. Of course, stats are important, but
Mm-hmm.
I like the eye test too.
Yep.
We seen what Kobe did on the court. We seen what Shaq did on the court. We seen what LeBron did on the court.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now, y'all did not. When Kobe stepped on the court, you knew something special was going to happen.
Yep.
You knew if it was a close game down the stretch, and y'all cap on this too. Y'all know if it's close down the stretch, you know how they be like, who you gonna get the ball to? Jordan, Kobe, LeBron. It may be like they probably throw like Steph.
Yeah, like Steph.
They'll probably throw KD in there for the first fourth person. Come on now.
And like Ray Allen.
Come on now. Y'all know y'all not picking Bron, bro.
No.
Y'all always want to. Come on.
No.
I'm off it.
I was told one time.
I'm off it.
You know, I was told the stat that LeBron has made 26 more game winners than Michael Jordan. I'm like, that's nice, but most of them was against ass teams, so I'm not gonna give him that much grace. That's like me beating a 4-year-old in basketball.
Like, you know how people and
that's
not even basketball, but you know how people try to discredit Brady because of the division he was in all those years.
Yeah.
Okay, you say that, but why when we bring up the weak Eastern Conference every time LeBron make it to the finals?
I've been like, who is his competition besides Boston?
Besides Boston, that was in the later.
Yep.
That was in the later years. So
yep, I've had that conversation, and you know, I'm not trying to take it too further than what we are, but I've had that conversation before. I'm like, bro, well, it was like the Jordan debate with LeBron. I said, you know, look at the East back then with Jordan. The whole East was stacked. You were worried about the Cavaliers. Who worried about the Cavaliers right now? Who's worried about the Cavaliers back then? I said, then now with Kobe in the West, look who was all over there in the West. Yeah, Tim Duncan. When Kevin Garnett was there, Garnett. Carmelo. You had solid, even if it wasn't a player, the teams was good.
Yeah.
Like, who was LeBron's competition in the East? Of course he went that many times. You know what?
Yeah. And then y'all some dick riders too.
They are.
Because now everybody want to be like Jordan played against them. Now they plumbers.
Yeah, now
everybody plumbers now.
Yeah, everybody
Jordan
plumbers and milkmen.
All right, cool. All right, so let's just say they were plumbers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say the 80s, that was a weak era. The 90s was just a physical era. It wasn't really a skilled era. But me personally, I feel like the 2000 period of basketball was the best basketball in NBA history. I feel like that.
I don't disagree.
I feel like that when it comes to, like you saying, the skill set. Like you had to be an elite scorer, like the Kobe's, like the Tracy McGrady's, and then you have AI
Gilbert Arenas,
and then you have like just and then you just want to talk about just like entertainment wise, like the guard play, like a Steve Francis, then you bring like a Chris Paul in the league and a Williams, of course you had the Steve Nash still, the Jason Kidds, but the defense was better.
It was way better.
Defense was way better. Teams was not averaging 113 points per game.
Yep.
Teams was not averaging 113 points per game, but then you still have a Kobe putting up 35 points in the season. You know, high 30, whatever. Like, if you look at that period of time and then just the defensive schemes of teams and how they played Kobe versus how they played LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
You can't deny Kobe is the best scorer.
Yep.
I'm gonna say in history.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say in history, like, and honestly, when it comes to me, I sometimes feel like I disrespect Kobe only because I just put Jordan above him.
Mm.
I feel like sometimes I be like, fuck it, Kobe number one. Sometimes I do want to do that because when you look at the skill set of Kobe, man, like his footwork was better than his better than Jordan.
Yep.
I'm gonna say that his footwork was better than Jordan.
I can agree with that.
Like he took
his 3-point shooting was better than
3-point shooting, all of that. Like he may not have all the fancy, the jelly, when it comes the layup package and everything like that. But some those y'all seen the highlights. Y'all act like we didn't watch Kobe.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only people we was watching growing up.
Yep.
Kobe. It was Kobe. It was AI, and it was Tracy McGrady.
Yep.
And then when LeBron got in the league, it wasn't really LeBron in those first. And this personal, like in my community, probably those first 2-3 years of LeBron year, when LeBron got in the league, it wasn't. He wasn't a big, presence. People mention him. I would still wish I had it because I'd probably be a millionaire. I had his rookie cards.
Wow.
I had his rookie cards, and I told somebody that before. I was like, what I do regret as a kid is not knowing the value of stuff.
Yeah.
Not knowing the value of stuff and just like getting rid of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I knew the value of small stuff like a rookie card,
yep.
Yeah, I would have kept it. Yeah. Or just took better care of it and not like lost it or whatever. But like I had his rookie cards and everything like that. I had a jersey too.
Mm-hmm.
So that I'm not a hater. I'm not a hater. But we seen what Kobe did, and I just feel like the 2000 was the best played basketball in NBA history. Like 2000 all the way to 2010, like that period right there, that decade, I feel like was the best basketball played. And then after that, it just shit changed. So I'm off it. I'm off it. Well, for now, I'm off it. Maybe next episode I'll come back to it.
Oh yeah, Pat Williams energy
all year long, man. But we're gonna move on to reaching or teaching, and for this reaching or teaching, it's pretty much well, before we get into that, I want to give just pretty much like a shout out to like the podcasters, to the shows that we look at that give us inspiration to do. We do since just a sports one, shout out to like It Is What It Is. Shout out to Gil's Arena. Shout out to Shannon Sharp. Shout out to Inside the NBA because we watched that with Shaq now. It's just their chemistry on the show and their personalities, man. I just try to imitate that. So shout out to all the sports shows out there, sports podcasts as inspiration to us and, help us do what we do. But just from Gil's Arena, they was printing, and I did watch that episode. I just didn't know what part you was mentioning, but on Gil's Arena, they pretty much had an episode, and pretty much they was blaming Steve Kerr for the struggles of the Warriors currently and wasting the youth talent on the Warriors over the last couple of years. So the question for this regional teaching is Gil and the Cavs, right about Steve Kerr pretty much being a bad coach and wasting the youth and being pretty much the reason for the Warriors' struggles right now.
Yeah. Before I start, I want to say shout out to our followers and people who listen and who watch the show. Shout out to people who answer the polls on the show. Thank you. We appreciate y'all engagement and we appreciate you all interacting with the page. I've been said Steve Kerr's not a great coach, bro. I've been having that conversation. He was piggybacking off of the success that Mike Brown built And then you got lucky with Kevin Durant.
Mark Jackson.
Oh, Mark Jackson, my fault.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. With Mark Jackson, what he built. Then you got KD. And I say the championship that I would give him the most grace, not even grace, the championship I would give him credit for winning was the most recent one, 2022.
Mm-hmm.
I think that he did do a good job in that series, but I also think what helped him is that the Celtics weren't playing great. Like, let's just be real. Tatum was a turnover machine.
I personally had Warriors just because of experience.
Yeah, the experience won that series.
Experience won that. So I never, even though Celtics had that great game one.
Yeah.
My fault for cutting you off.
No,
even though Celtics had that great game one, I was like, I'm not worried. I said Warriors still going to win this thing.
Yeah, the Warriors won that because of experience. Yeah. But I've been said Steve Kerr's not a great coach, bro. And my boy, once again, shout out Polo. He's a Warriors fan. I told him like a year ago, I was like, bro, he's wasting Kuminga and Moody. He was like, nah, bro, like, you know, it's part of the process. Well, they got to play. Like, come on, bro. Like, you're wasting them because you just are still to that Clay, Steph, and Dre mentality of like, oh, they can do it. They can get it done. They're not the same no more, bro. This ain't 2015 no more. It's not. It's okay because you have to. My biggest gripe with coaches has always been you need to let players play before you're ready to cut them loose and not give them a chance. And I'm not talking about 2 minutes, 4 minutes. Let him play 15 minutes, 16 minutes, some game time. That hasn't happened. And Kuminga was right to voice his frustrations. And I do think that Steve Kerr just gets a lot of credit off of other people's success. So he's not a great coach. So I'm definitely going to say that it's not reaching. It's definitely teaching to say he's not been a great coach.
So I'm going to say they're teaching as well. I'm going to try to go at a different angle. But I think it do when it comes to coaching, I think it do still take a special type of skill set to manage like those great players on one team, and also just maintain, just not mess up the system that was built originally, that was there. Just don't, like, it was given to you. Just don't mess it up.
Yep.
That's all we ask for you. Just don't mess it up. So he was able to maintain that system that they got over there and keep it successful for a long period of time. But with that being said, I feel like he was I don't want to say great, but I want to say he was a good coach for that period of basketball. Just that period of basketball, because he, shout out to Mark Jackson. He inherited that team from Mark Jackson, and it was kind of like the beginning of a new age of basketball.
Yeah.
So y'all was the originator. So now people had to chase you. Now people was trying to imitate how y'all play basketball. So that gave you an advantage in the league, because now teams found like, okay, now they going small ball. We got these bigs. We can't really keep up, with them and with their style of play and everything like that. But fast forward to today's time, it's kind of like every era of basketball where stuff changed. Teams gonna just catch up. People have to adapt to the new age of basketball. So teams have caught up to the Warriors. Now you have, a Trae Young in the league now. Then you have, he's not a young one, but of course you still have like the James Harden, because he's a good 3-point shooter or whatever. But you have like Luka, you have Tatum, who was that dude on the Kings, Keegan Murray.
Keegan Murray.
You have him. Shoot, you can throw Duncan Robinson in there, because he's like, I think he got like the most threes in the less amount of games or something like that.
Yep.
So you could throw, you throw him in there.
Tyler Hero?
Tyler Hero, you could throw Tyler Hero in there. So it's like everybody done adapted to the style of play that y'all adapted. So y'all made, and they said on the show too, it's your fault.
Yeah.
It's your fault. It's your fault. So now teams have caught up to you. Now teams have 3-point shooters on their team, but they also have big men.
Yep.
And we talked about just like last episode. Is whoever whoever's in management, coaching, or whatever, it's your fault because y'all didn't want to go out there and get the right pieces to compete with somebody like a Joker, somebody like an Embiid, somebody like a Giannis. You relying on somebody, aging Draymond Green, to be your stopper on defense, when in reality he's not banging.
No.
Pause. With these players.
He's not.
He's not anymore. And honestly, he wasn't.
No.
Maybe like the smaller players, but he was never really stopping Jokic. He was never really stopping Embiid or Giannis.
No, he was making it harder for him.
He was making it harder for him. He won't stop him.
No.
You know, so it's like, I think he's having a tough time adapting to the new NBA.
Yep.
Like I feel like we are about to go into a different age of basketball, especially when you see the young talent that's coming up in the league, like a SGA.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Now Steph, even though Steph is Steph, he's still up there, top 5 point guard. Maybe not. You can debate player, maybe. Definitely top 10, but you got these young players moving up in the rankings now. And then it's like, and because of y'all style of play, a lot of stuff has changed in the league. A lot of policy has changed in the league. So you can't do the same thing.
Nope.
You can't do the same thing you was doing when you was winning these championships. You have to adjust.
And I think that he gave up too quickly on James Wiseman.
I think so. I thought so too.
Because James Wiseman, I thought he was a really good college player, and I thought when he got drafted, I said they finally got a center.
Yeah.
I think they gave up too quickly on him. They're giving up on Kuminga. They're giving up on Moses Moody. They gave up on the one Italian dude, Nico something.
I know you're talking about.
Yeah, they gave up on him too, but you give Andrew Wiggins a chance. All right, but anyway, but it's just. It's words. It's with that he's having trouble adapting, so it's easier to go back to what's comfortable. That's what it's always like with people. Like if you're like Lonzo Ball, not Lonzo Ball, like players like Lonzo Ball who relied on a Jackie shot, or some people who only rely on one part of their game. When you try to teach them to expand on that, when times get tough, they're gonna go back to it. And that's what Steve Kerr is doing as a coach. He's like, okay, I'm having trouble figuring out how Kuminga works in this. I'm dealing with Draymond. I'm having trouble figuring out how Moody's going to work in this. Fucking Steph, just go crazy. Okay, Clay, just go crazy. Draymond, just screw it. Kill him. Do whatever you got to do. Stab him and make sure you throw the knife away. It's just one of those things where it's like he's having a hard time coaching. So he's going back to what he's used to, which is to put the ball in these guys' hands.
But that goes back to the last episode when I was like, who needs and it's still up in the air, but who needs to be that next person, that it person? Because when you do start talk about Steph, well, just the Warriors in general, talk about LeBron, talk about that OKC, when they had KD, Russ, and Harden. Still, it's like when you have these great players on your team, you can coach less.
Yeah.
You can coach less. You don't have to put a lot of effort into coming up with plays. Of course, you still want to have, plays, have a system going on, but you don't have to put too much energy into it, because you know how special this play is and how much attention they attract.
Yep.
And just the ability that they have to play make and, do the right thing on the court and give you wins. So now these players are getting older. Clay ain't the same Clay. Draymond ain't the same Draymond. I mean, Curry is still looking like he's Curry to me personally.
Yeah, he's still good.
Now you don't have the pieces around them anymore. Nope. You got GP2 who's kind of in and out because he's getting injured.
Yep.
And he's one of your better defensive players on the perimeter.
Yep.
And then going back, you're not really utilizing Moody and Kuminga to their full potential, and kind of going back to when you talk about last year, when you talk about just the chemistry of the team, I feel like it's kind of just, I don't think it got better this year, especially when you have, Draymond doing what Draymond's doing. He's supposed to be coming back soon. Kerr, just how Kerr spoke on that situation, and how Kuminga had just came out and talking about he feel like
he's lost the locker room.
Yeah, how Kerr is messing up his not letting him play to his full potential.
Yep.
And then Kerr coming back out saying like, I played 15 years, and that all 15 of those years I was complaining about playing time.
Yeah.
Like,
you basically told him to suck it. You told him to suck it up.
Yeah, like, okay, cool, say that, but say that to him.
Yeah.
Don't put that in the press.
Yep.
Don't make that a headline.
Yep.
So now it's like,
you made a strong headline.
I don't know if these people want to play for you anymore.
No.
So
I agree.
So I would say, yeah, I think they was teaching on Gil's Arena. I think Kerr was just a good coach for that period of time. But now that stuff is starting to change, he don't know what to do. So yeah, I think yeah, me personally, I'm gonna just mention a little bit, just looking at Clay's press conference, I thought, just looking at that first thought, I feel like he was telling us indirectly that he's going to retire soon. I felt like that. I personally felt like that, especially when you throw out like final chapter.
Yeah.
Like I thought, because when did he get drafted? Steph got drafted in 2009, so he got drafted in 2011.
Yes.
With Kawhi and PG now. And so 13 years in the league. I feel like you still got some time in the league, but just the way he was talking, like he just accepting that he's not going to play at that high level anymore. And I'm not sure with a player like him that has accomplished what he's accomplished, I'm not sure if he wants to continue playing longer than what he's supposed to if he's not playing at that high level.
Yeah.
Unless he's still having fun. I don't see that he's having fun yet. Yeah, I don't see him being in the league longer than what we think he's going to be in the league. You know, so it's a lot of struggles still going on. I personally think that they should go ahead and start that rebuilding process.
Oh, it's their last dance?
Yeah.
It's their last
I don't
dance.
see them after, from what I'm seeing now, it'd probably be another 20 years before they get back to a championship team.
Yeah.
I think the dynasty is officially over. They done caught their championship in 2022.
Yep.
You know,
it's not a hot spot no more.
Yeah, so I think it's officially over. I think it could have been different if they would have went after Dwight Howard. I'm not saying Dwight Howard would have been the best center in the league, but y'all need a center.
Yeah.
Y'all need big men.
He'd have been a good player off the bench for him.
Off the bench, exactly. Like how he was coming off the bench for Embiid, how he was coming off the bench for AD. Yeah. Like somebody. So, but that's on y'all. That's on management, and that's on you, coach. You have to take accountability. Like, y'all have to take accountability.
Where's JaVale McGee at? Go get him.
He's on the Kings.
Oh, never mind. They keeping him.
Yeah, because I think the Mavs
let him go, which was stupid.
So I think he's on the Kings. Yeah, he's backing up Sabonis.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's say go back and get him.
Yep. So, but that's all I got for you. Got any closing thoughts on that?
No, you said everything perfectly, brother.
Yeah. So, good episode, good conversation, man.
Oh yeah.
Just keep bringing y'all some heat, but. Appreciate y'all for always supporting us once again. Hope 2024 is great to you all. Hope all the blessings come to you all. Just keep being positive. Keep spreading positivity. Don't dwell on the negativity. Just keep being great. Keep striving for greatness. And we're gonna try to continue to give y'all great content. Any closing thoughts, like just whatever, shout outs.
Shout out again to our listeners. Appreciate y'all so much for listening to the show and for interacting with us on social media and for responding to the posts and things we make. We appreciate y'all because y'all give us stuff to talk about as well as we give you all content to listen to. Shout out to my sponsors at Chale Clothing, that's CHALE Clothing. Shout out to my other sponsor at Katana Creations, that's Katana_Creations with K. Also, shout out to Unfiltered Brothers. Shout out to my podcast, Woke. Make sure you go check out Unfiltered Brothers store for their merch and as well as content for their podcast as well. But other than that, still Happy New Year. I'm not a big New Year's resolution person, but go ahead and really make the best of every day. That's all I got.
Yep. So with that, y'all stay blessed, y'all stay safe, and we out here.